All right, we should be live any second now. And there we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. And I'm doing a quick little live show for anybody that's interested in talking about the up-and-coming Star Wars movie. Now, some of the things I'm going to talk about may or may not contain spoilers, so I thought I would put the warning up just in case. So before I mention anything, if you don't want to know what could possibly be going on and you don't want it ruined at all, you may not want to watch this video. But I want to talk about some things that I heard about what might be happening to a certain character in the up and coming movie. To give a little background, I am 46 going on 47. I am a die-hard Star Wars fan, always was. I saw all of the Star Wars movies in the movie theater. And Star Wars, I saw as a kid at 6 years old in 1977. Still remember it to this day. We must have saw it in the movie theater 12 times. I could recite probably almost every major character, their backstory. I mean, I love Star Wars. As far as the last Star Wars movie, Rogue One, I thought that was a great movie. The latest Episode 7 of Star Wars, to me, that was just a gorgeous version of A New Hope. But I want to talk about the next movie that's coming out. And again, possible spoilers. What I heard, and of course this might not be true, is that they are saying that Luke Skywalker might be going to the dark side. In other words, becoming the main villain in this movie. Now, to me, I just have a real problem with that, and I would love to know from anybody that's watching, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this later on, what you think about this. Because to me, they're trying, I guess, to make sure, like I knew before they even made any of these new movies, and they were talking about, making it all about a new cast. Before I even knew who they were announcing, I knew they were going to start killing off characters. That's why it didn't surprise me at all that in the last movie Han Solo dies. I mean, that probably wasn't a shocker to a lot of people. So that basically it's the out with the old and in with the new. So instead of killing Luke Skywalker right away, because he is one of the most popular Star Wars characters, in my opinion, turn him into a bad guy, which basically he becomes the antagonist of the movie, elevating our latest hero. And I really think that is going to be creating such a backlash if that happens. Now, there's a couple of interviews that make me think that this is a possibility. Um, there have been a lot of interviews with Mark Hamill, who, of course, is the person that plays Luke Skywalker, where he doesn't say it outright because they're not allowed to, but he basically talks about his displeasure and didn't like the direction they were going. In one of the interviews, he's even quoted as saying that he likes every character's situation except his own, which really leads me to believe that this is a possibility that can happen. And if you know anything about Mark Hamill, he's really into the history of the characters. He has very much a large amount of passion in his roles that he does. He takes it almost like a childlike innocence in the way he treats Luke Skywalker and even his version of the Joker, making it his own. And I really think, like, me personally, and I can't speak for anybody else, but me personally, if I was to find out that they turned Luke Skywalker into the bad guy, a legitimate bad guy, I don't think I could watch another Star Wars movie again, because to me, Luke Skywalker was my hero. And if they went through in those three movies all of those trials and tribulations and, all that unity and suffering, for him to ultimately end up just being another bad guy, I really think is poor writing, and I think a lot of Star Wars fans will be turned off because this is a major hero that people grew up with. One of the things, this is why I would prefer Luke Skywalker over Rey any day, because with Luke Skywalker, it took 3 movies for him to become powerful. In the first movie, he wasn't an expert at what he was doing. He had to be trained. He doubted himself. He was insecure. It made you latch on and say, that's any person that could have that, where all of a sudden they're thrust into the spotlight and they just are not ready to handle it and they even have doubts. Rey is a character that pretty much knew how to fly the Millennium Falcon like a professional, knew how to speak Wookiee, even though she says she was on that planet that has no Wookiees on it for her whole life, and yet she can do it no problem. Without training, she knows how to do mind tricks and persuade one of the stormtroopers to set her free, and almost wins a battle with a Luke Skywalker trained Jedi. Well, even though he's from the dark side, a Sith Lord. Well, not yet a Sith Lord, but you know what I'm saying. So to me, especially my generation, is very attached to Luke Skywalker, those who are Star Wars film addicts and lovers of the movie. And to find out that he could potentially be the villain of this movie, it's an excuse for them to have him continue his role, because he would basically be the newest Darth Vader in that sense. But I think they kind of do that to make us, okay, so we have, unfortunately, Princess Leia is not going to be around after this movie because, unfortunately, sadly, she passed away. We have Han Solo's character dead. So what better way than to have still one of the originals for another movie, if this is the case, but make him evil so it makes the new characters seem like they're the newest heroes. And I don't think the older generations are going to really connect with the newer characters as much. Like, I don't really know any of their real names as much as I used to know Han Solo, Princess Leia, C-3PO, R2-D2, R5-D4, Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi, Boba Fett, Jabba the Hutt. I mean, I knew them all because like I said, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. So I would love to hear what you have to say about this. What do you think, in your opinion? First of all, let us know in the comment section if you are a Star Wars fan and what level you consider it. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's just a movie, but it's changed a lot of people's lives. And Luke Skywalker was the hero that went from basically rags to riches, so to speak. And to possibly turn him into the villain of the next movie, I think, is just a slap in the face to the character and a slap in the face of the fans. So what do you think? So let me know in the comment section. If you love comic books, I would love for you to check out some of my other videos. Hit the subscribe button if you can. Normally after every video, I do a surprise subscriber shout out. Obviously, I can't type it here, but I will give a shout out to Jess Wislowski, and that will be the subscriber shout out of the day. So normally at the end of every video, I do a surprise subscriber shout out. All you have to do is be a subscriber and comment at least once so you can get my attention, and you will eventually be put in. So hit subscribe if you haven't, and let's hear your comments. Tell me what you think about this. So thanks for watching. Check out some of my other videos, especially if you love comic books, and have a great day. And don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's We Love Comics. Thanks for listening.